Welcome to Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy here at beautiful Wolf Lake with Lowell Deedy. And Lowell, we've been talking to you over the course of the summer, and it is now obviously fall.
Yes,
First day of fall, actually. And we're talking about river transparency. You've been taking samples of rivers all summer long. In particular, following the beginning of the summer after rain events and such. And now we're kind of at the final stage here at Wolf Lake. And let's hear a little bit about what we have behind us here. And you're going to tell us a little bit more about your findings.
Sure. Yes, what I try to do is set up an example to look at the borders of Becker County. Question for you, how many rivers flow out of Becker County and how many rivers flow in? Through the course of this, we'll be able to explain that a little bit, I guess. But Becker County is 48 miles from east to west and 30 miles from north to south. And what I've kind of represented here is the different buckets represent a respective river as it leaves the county. And we'll go ahead and take a look at all of those. River transparencies from yesterday and today when I took those, they're a snapshot of what's going on now, but the quality or the transparencies have increased, except on those that were 100 at the beginning of the season. They're still at 100 now. They've maintained good water transparency really all through the season. During July, we had a very significant rain event that dropped anywhere from 5-6 inches of rain to 10-11. It depends on the location. And all of the rivers increased because of that rainfall. 3 of the rivers had very significant increases. They actually flowed out of their banks. Those 3 were Hay Creek, northwest of Lake Park, the Toad River, just east of Frazee, and then the Blueberry River along the east boundary of Becker County. And 2 of those 3, the Blueberry and the Toad River, even though they flowed out of their banks, the transparency maintained very good water clarity. You could still see full tube when I took the water samples there. However, when I went to Hay Creek and sampled that one, that had dropped to only 4 centimeters. It was up to, right about there. The amount of sediment that flowed into the river because of that rain event really was just overwhelming from the standpoint of the landscape and the land use that is associated with that particular watershed. The others, particularly the South Branch of the Wild Rice, it increased some, as well as the Buffalo River, or increased from the standpoint of sediment loads, but the other rivers maintain pretty good water transparency.
All right, so we're going to have a look at some of these samples coming up next on Hometown Happenings with Lowell Deedy, who's been taking samples all throughout the summer. Learn more about our rivers, and we'll find out maybe the answer to your question that you posed at the beginning here. Next on Hometown Happenings. Welcome back to Hometown Happenings here with Lowell Deedy, who is talking about his river transparency samples and talking a little bit about what do we have here, Lowell?
Actually, here we'll be starting on the Red River, the North Watershed. This is actually a sub-watershed with the Toad River. This was a sample taken this morning. The transparency was greater than 100, and its average throughout the course of the summer was 98. With the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency, where you have an average of samples that is 92 or greater, that's excellent water transparency. So the Toad River, with the sampling that I've been able to do this year, gets into that excellent category.
Okay.
Now we can move over to the Otter Tail, and this would be right at Frazee, flowing southward out of Becker County into Otter Tail. And this river has had transparency readings greater than 100 on every sample that I've taken so far this year. So it also would be an excellent, into that excellent category.
Okay. And we're moving over here.
Now we'd be over into the Pelican. The Pelican River, just southwest of Detroit Lakes a little ways, has had transparencies of greater than 100 every time I've sampled it as well. So very good water transparency there. We can go over to Spring Creek, which drains out of Cormorant Lake, and it has an average reading of 97, which puts it into that excellent category. The lowest reading that it had this summer was 78. There's been a little bit of development from the standpoint of putting 3 different potholes, dugouts kind of in that area, and there's been a little bit of landscaping. Don't know whether that contributed to the readings, because the timing is pretty significant there, but it still is greater than 100, so good water transparency.
Okay. All right, and moving up here.
Now we'll go along the western edge of Becker County, looking at Hay Creek first. That is, it flows out of Stocky Lake, and eventually in Clay County will flow into the Buffalo. This one, when I took the sample yesterday, had a transparency of greater than 100, but its range is actually was 4. And that occurred after the rain event in July, so that wasn't, it had a significant sediment load. Moving up to the Buffalo, which we had covered during the first 2 segments for Hometown Happenings, it had a range of 8 to greater than 100, and when I took the sample yesterday, it was 48, so it is improving.
Okay. All right, very good, and we're heading over here. We got a couple left.
Yeah, we've got the South Branch of the Wild Rice, and that one has had a range of 13 to greater than 100 this year, and its average is 71. That would be, I think, in a very good category. So we can move.
Okay, moving right along, moving east in Becker County, our little simulation here. Wow, this one's pretty clear.
Yeah, this is the White Earth River. The White Earth is the only river really that flows north out of Becker County, and the river that flows into Becker County, there's only one. That's the Gull Lake, or Gull Creek. It flows into White Earth Lake. But as the river flows out of White Earth Lake, it has the name of White Earth River.
Okay, all right. Moving over here, and this represents the...
This is the second Hay Creek, and now we're into the Mississippi watershed. The Laurentian Divide bisects Becker County, and waters on the eastern edge of the county actually flow to the Gulf of Mexico. Water that falls on the western 3/4 or 2/3 of the county flows up north to Hudson Bay. That's pretty amazing, actually.
Pretty unique area we live in.
It really is. Yeah, it might not look like the top of the world, but we're at it. We're at it right here. Yeah.
I always say it's the center of the universe here in Becker County.
Water transparency here was greater than 100 every time I've taken a sample.
Okay. All right. So we have more right down here. 4 more.
There's 4 more. We can go through those real quickly. It's the Straight River, the Shell River, the Blueberry River, and then the Kettle River. All of those are greater than 100 when I took the sample here this morning, and they all fit into the category of excellent water transparency.
All right, very good. So now, after you've collected all this data, you send it to where?
It'll be going to the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency at the end of the season. I'll still take a few more samples as we get a little bit further along into the season here. Mm-hmm. And to answer the question that I posed initially, there are 15 rivers that leave Becker County, and I'm working on sampling 14 of those 15.
Okay.
And there's only one that flows in.
All right, and you've hit them all here today,
Yes,
mostly.
yes.
Okay, Lowell. Well, good work, and
thank
coming to fruition here, wrapping up on a beautiful day here in Becker County. And thanks so much for your work and taking time to spend with us to tell us more about the water clarity, the water transparency here in Becker County.
Well, thank you. I appreciate having the opportunity to do this. I think it's interesting to have the water quality just looked at as it leaves Becker County and flows outward to the rest of the state, particularly being that we're on the top of the watershed. Pretty interesting.
All right, Lowell Deedy, along with me, Carol McCarthy, and that is Hometown Happenings on TV3.